There are multiple iconic duos in gaming: Mario and Luigi, Sonic and Tails, Ratchet and Clank, but none of them compare to a backpack-wearing bear and his Breagle companion. Banjo-Kazooie was released for the Nintendo 64 in 1998. Originally conceived as Dream: Land of Giants, before evolving into the classic title that we know today. The game is an adventure platformer heavily inspired by 1996's Super Mario 64, while also drawing influence from the charm and personality of Disney's animated films. The story follows Banjo and Kazooie as they attempt to rescue Banjo's sister Tooty from the witch Gruntilda, or Grunty for short. The pair travel through worlds hidden within Grunty's lair, collecting musical notes and golden jigsaw pieces known as Jiggies in order to progress through the game. Throughout the adventure, the pair encounter several companions who help them along the way. The first is Bottles the Mole, who not only explains the game's mechanics to the player, but also teaches Banjo and Kazooie new abilities. The moves give the game a unique identity. Banjo and Kazooie are not just two characters standing side by side. Their abilities are built around their partnership. Kazooie's wings allow them to glide and fly, while Banjo provides strength and stability. Moves like the Beak Buster, Wonder Wing, and Shock Spring Jump made traveling from world to world exciting and gave players a constant sense of progression as new abilities opened new possibilities. Then there's Mumbo Jumbo, a mysterious shaman who's able to transform the duo into completely different creatures that fit the theme of each world. Of course, once the players collect enough Mumbo tokens. In Bubblegoop Swamp, the duo becomes a crocodile to blend in with the swamp's inhabitants, while in Freezy Peak, they transform into a walrus capable of surviving the freezing environment. Other transformations, like a pumpkin in Mad Monster Mansion, or a bee in Click Clock Wood, completely change how the player explores the world. These transformations were more than just simple gimmicks. They added variety to gameplay, encouraged experimentation, and reinforced the sense that every world in Banjo-Kazooie had its own identity and surprises waiting to be discovered. But mechanics and story alone are not what made Banjo-Kazooie special. The level design is another reason why Banjo-Kazooie became such a beloved title. Worlds like Treasure Trove Cove, Gobi's Valley, Rusty Bucket Bay are more than just stages. They feel like playgrounds designed to reward curiosity. Players are encouraged to climb mountains, look for treasure, solve puzzles, and experiment with their moveset. Another reason Banjo-Kazooie has remained memorable for so many years is its sense of humor and personality. Rare filled the game with witty dialogue, fourth wall jokes, and subtle pop culture references that gave the adventure a charm that few platformers of the era could match. Gruntilda constantly taunts the player in rhyming verses. Kazooie provides sarcastic commentary throughout the journey, and even minor characters are packed with unique quirks and humor. Its legacy is also impossible to ignore. Banjo-Kazooie spawned sequels like Banjo-Tooie and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, along with spin-offs such as Banjo Pilot and Grunty's Revenge. Its influence was so strong that former developers from Rare later created the spiritual successor Yooka-Laylee, which got its own sequel and remake and was designed specifically to recapture the charm and collectathon gameplay style within Banjo-Kazooie. Perhaps the clearest sign of the game's enduring popularity came in 2019, when Banjo and Kazooie were introduced as downloadable content fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Their reveal trailer generated massive excitement from longtime fans, proving that even decades later, the duo still held an important place in gaming culture. And for many players, their inclusion felt less like a guest appearance and more like a celebration of gaming history itself. Let us also not forget that people, including myself, cosplay as the characters at conventions, which also shows the fandom of this game is still going strong. Even nearly 30 years later, Banjo-Kazooie remains one of the defining platformers of the Nintendo 64 era. It balanced humor, exploration, awesome mechanics, and lovable characters. That is why Banjo-Kazooie deserves to be recognized as one of the greats.